All right, with that backdrop just about ready to go. With this clash in the UFC's light heavyweight division, here is the tale of the tape. Ilir Latifi, 33 years old. Tyson Pedro will be 26 later this month. Pedro, the much taller party, not necessarily an advantage, but he will have a 5.5 edge in reach. All right, now for the introductions, we go back inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding an undefeated professional record. 6 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Tyson Pedro. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record, 13 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 205.5 pounds. Fighting out of Malmö, Sweden, presenting the number 10 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Ilir, the Sledgehammer, Latifi. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee for this one. Chrissy Blair is with us. Thank you very much, Chrissy. So Tyson Pedro, 3rd UFC appearance, 6-0, 100% finishing rate, all in round 1, ladies. All right, here we go with round 1. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Bud Light Living. Ilir Latifi is in gray. The Aussie Tyson Pedro's in black.
Every prospect, the gloves have to come off. Earlier we saw one and it didn't go so well. This is the second high prospect of the night. Let's see how Pedro handles the veteran Latifi.
Yeah, you really never know until a guy fights a certain style, a certain level. And what we're seeing tonight is Ilir Latifi, a guy who's been in there with some real tough guys. He's seen the bright lights of the octagon. He's lost, he's won, and he's won in spectacular fashion. And he knows that this young kid in front of him is a hot prospect, and he could perhaps shut this train down if he does everything right.
And you see the height difference, but you know in training with Gustafsson, he's seen that. He's experienced that. So he should find confidence in knowing that one of the best guys in the division he gets to train with on a daily basis.
Good shots to the body by Latifi, good knee to the body by Tyson.
Pedro said they worked a lot on situational stuff at Jackson Wink MMA in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Pedro has spent some time in the past with Extreme Couture, but Mike Winklejohn in his corner tonight.
Again with the leg kick, Latifi catches it, but Pedro able to stand up for now.
He's getting his hands locked. If he gets his hands locked, it's going to be very difficult for Pedro to defend his takedown. Yep, got those hands locked. Big takedown by Latifi.
Big takedown right inside control. Here's the scramble. Latifi's on top. Again, Latifi with tremendous control.
And you learn a lot about these prospects when they're put in positions that they're not normally put in inside of the octagon. You can do them in practice, but there's a big difference when you experience it inside the UFC.
Now, Latifi, to do anything offensive, he's got to move his arms and get down to the neck.
Yep.
But this is the problem in doing so, the scramble.
Yep, good job by Pedro.
Real
big
good job.
Explosion.
Because as soon as he realized that the arms weren't around his body anymore, he was going for the neck, that's when he popped and moved. Not enough control, but the only opportunity for offense from the top.
Yep. That's why I generally don't like to go north-south. If you can stay side control, you would normally stay side control. Nice counter. Oh, nice kick.
Good kick to the body. That got Latifi's attention.
Yeah.
He's moving away a little bit. He might be showing a little poker face right now.
Yeah, I think so. Just over 2 minutes here to go in the round. We'll keep an eye on that clock to see if this becomes the longest fight of the career for Tyson Pedro.
He looks really calm, really relaxed in there when you step up in competition.
Well, and he loves to get his strikes going here close to the fence. Just ask Paul Craig.
That front kick to the body. Oh, wow. Fake low. That was a slick move. It didn't work. But that just shows where this guy's creativity is at. Look low and kick high. It's the oldest trick in the book.
Pedro, black belt in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And Latifi again passes that guard.
Yep. Now Latifi can actually gain some real control.
Yeah, because now he's in side control as opposed to north-south. But let's see if Tyson puts him back in the north-south.
Pretty good early sign from Latifi.
He's doing it on purpose. He's forcing north-south, but he's got to watch out for his neck.
Yeah.
He's got to watch out for his neck. That's a north-south choke here. Latifi doesn't have control with the left arm, though. The left arm, what he wants to do is he wants to secure that position better. Either with underhook, now he's got it. Now that's better.
Now he's going to it.
Oh, look at that quick explosion. Pushes off with his heels. Very fast.
And Joe, that's great early.
Yes.
But as the fight goes longer,
Right.
he's escaping on pure explosion.
Right.
He's not using the best technique to get back to his feet. He's just big and strong, so he's getting back to his feet. But what happens in round 2 and 3 when that explosion isn't there anymore? How does he manage to get back to his feet then?
He just hit him with a couple of Travis Browns right there.
Yeah.
And he's a tall fella as well at 6'3". Taking some big deep breaths. So look at, I mean, this is adversity.
Longest fight of his career.
Yeah.
This is the longest fight of his career now. And Latifi's actually making him work, making him grind, staying on the single, keeping his body pressed against him. People don't realize how tiring this is.
Choke opportunity here. Latifi's got to be careful here. Watch his neck. Oh, and he caught him with the left hand.
Final seconds here of round 1. Both men had their moments.
See, he does that a lot.
So Tyson Pedro hits a second round for the first time in his pro mixed martial arts career.
You see Ilir Latifi get to the double, head on the right side, body, hands locked behind the butt, secure the takedown. Pedro did a fantastic job of getting back to his feet. Right here, on that kick, he went high. Latifi was able to grab the leg and actually secure the takedown. Then in a little bit of a clinch here, Pedro, boom, body kick right there, landed perfect. And Latifi seemed to be bothered by that strike.
Stay on those stabs and go use your jab a lot, all right? Use your jab. It was working every time you did it, all right? You jab, you hit him to frame. Okay, slowly.
Hey, he's slowing right down now, Tyson. Slowing right down. Hey, don't let him lure into his pace, all right? You ask your pace. Feint, if he doesn't respect it, ask a question. That calf kick, one calf kick, fuck, was awesome, all right? Good speed, all right? Hey, good feints, then go to ask them questions. Ask them questions, Tyson.
UFC 215 Nunes versus Shevchenko 2 is brought to you by 7-Eleven, your neighborhood store. Is that code for a question mark kick, Joe? What do we think there? In that Pedro corner, any idea? They just kept using, invoking that word question, so perhaps that was the kick they were calling for. We shall see.
Could be. Most likely. I mean, obviously, the way he kicks and the way he likes to look down and kick, a question mark kick is very similar in that regard because you think a front kick's coming, and then the last second, they turn the hips and flip it up high.
Latifi's got to be very careful reaching down trying to catch kicks.
Yes.
He's got to be very careful because Pedro does do a good job of looking down at a kick and then throwing it high.
And that's really where the question mark kick comes into play.
Trying to crack that Jackson's code, it's impossible. You're not going to figure it out, J.A.
Yeah, you really should stop trying.
It really is tough.
Oh, he clipped him with the right hand there in the clinch.
Pedro was an underdog in his 2 previous UFC appearances, closing as a slight favorite here tonight against Latifi. And really dug those toes in with that body kick in the middle of that first round. Going right back to it now.
He's very creative. I like what he's doing. The way he's faking punches and throwing kicks and half committing to a punch and then throwing a kick. It makes you guess. He's got a lot going on there. He's overloading Latifi's senses because Latifi's trying to figure out where things are coming from, and he's just not sure. It's not that linear. Like, look at that. Yeah. Kick to the body there. Oh, nice strong leg kick by Latifi.
Leg kick, yeah. Nice body
comes
kick.
back. They're going tit for tat here.
Yeah.
Latifi came in having finished 4 of his 5 UFC wins in 3 minutes or fewer.
Latifi would be wise to get back to the wrestling, get back to the clinch, get back to trying to use his strength because this kid is dangerous. You can tell he is.
He is dangerous, and that's a nice uppercut.
Yeah.
He's dangerous, and he moves like a guy who's got a lot more experience than he does.
Everything comes off of a feint, too. You watch him, everything is kind of feint. He doesn't just attack. Watch before he attacks. He tries to feint. Give Latifi, like you said, overload his senses. Give him something, look at that, give him something else to think about before he actually attacks. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, beautiful. And noticing that moment, that momentary pause where Latifi was standing in front of him, tries that high kick. Now Latifi's going bulldog on him.
I've had enough of you, young man. I've had enough of you.
Well, you want to talk about potential for Tyson Pedro. This is just his second full camp as a pro without a full-time job.
That's amazing.
Coming up October 21st, the Octagon hits Poland. Stacked card on Fight Pass. Main event, Cowboy Cerrone returns to take on the unbeaten rising star, Darren Till.
Nice. Nice takedown. Oh, he threw something in the triangle. You got to be careful here.
By the way, that is an outstanding fight. Darren Till is no joke.
Amen.
He's dangerous, he's young, he's undefeated, and he's got just that look about him like a real potential prospect. So this is a huge step up for him.
How about the boy Cowboy going, I don't even know who Darren Till is. Leave it to Cowboy to say some stuff like that.
He probably said it while he was drinking a beer and chewing tobacco. He's dressed over there like the outlaw Josie Wales. Look at him. Look at that tie. Only he can pull that off.
90 seconds and counting here in round two.
Latifi just cracked him with a good left hand here from the top position. Now he's stepping over that half guard.
And trying to use his left leg to feed the right hand back to his other hand. He's getting some big damage off here. In a very close round, this pays dividends.
Oh, these are hard shots.
Man, these are hard.
And Tyson's eating him to try to get back to his feet. But those are hard shots that he ate. He ate 3 or 4 clean shots to the face from a tank of a man.
Under a minute to go here in the round, and I'm not saying he made it look easy, but not every day guys get out from underneath Ilir Latifi. So certainly a feather in the cap of Tyson Pedro as he fires a couple elbows here.
Latifi's just trying to maintain control here as we get to the end of the round. Maintain control, keep Pedro at bay, and just leave an impression in the judge's eyes. Because he got the takedown, had some top control, and he's winning against the fence. So this may have won the round for him.
He's looking to grab a hold of his neck here. And Tyson was framing him off, but I just don't think he's got the energy to keep Latifi off him after those shots and after getting back. There's another hard left hand. And he's trying to move, but Latifi's doing a good job of keeping his head tucked and then reaching up and catching him with those left hands.
Yes.
There he did it again, but very interesting. Big deep breaths from Tyson Pedro.
Uncharted territory for Tyson Pedro.
Big takedown there for Latifi, and that one really slammed Tyson Pedro on his back. Look at this. Boom! I mean, on his shoulder, halfway on his head. And Latifi with a strong performance.
He's going to come out with 2 or 3 bursts of energy. That's it. You will defend all those takedowns with those mountains. You got it? Bend those knees. Don't let him enter.
Hey,
got it? Bend those knees. Don't let him enter. A lot of 10s. Sir.
Ask those questions, Tyson, okay? Hey, listen, he's fucking, you're backing up. He's fucking so slow. Don't let him go to your pace, okay? Ask the questions.
We need this round, all right? We're finding you to knock him, right? Finish his ass. I'm not sure what the judge is going to say about it.
That knee up the middle, Tyson.
Boom,
Knee up the middle.
I don't know why, but curse words sound better coming from an Australian accent.
They do. They do, really.
It doesn't even sound improper.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal and punishable under law. The dulcet tones of Sean Sullivan, by the way, in the corner of Tyson Pedro, who has realized a 3rd round here for the first time in his pro career.
Yeah, either way, this is a massive learning experience for him, taking on a high-level contender that's a very dangerous veteran in Ilir Latifi. And there's a nice stiff jab by Tyson Pedro. The real question is going to be, how are the judges seeing this?
Latifi's left eye has taken a lot of damage.
Yes, that jab. Ooh, that low calf kick. He cracked him with it again.
As we saw in the Melendez fight, it doesn't take many of those kicks. He needs to go right back to that kick.
Latifi has been very economical and efficient with his strikes here tonight, landing over 75% to go with those 3 takedowns.
So much movement and feinting coming from Tyson Pedro, even in the 3rd round. He hasn't abandoned that. He started winding up and looking for big shots or trying to conserve his movement. I mean, he's doing everything the same way. Looking to create openings, being sneaky. Nice jab there. Ooh. And ducked under that right hand well as Latifi looked to drop a bomb on him. Again with that low calf kick. That one hurt him. That one hurt him.
He does a fight. There it is, another one. Latifi's doing a good job of actually countering, but he needs to check one of these kicks. He has to discourage him from throwing this kick over and over again.
Yeah, the thing is, oh, nice right hand by Tyson. He did a good job of getting his head out of the way and dropping that right hand on that damaged left eye of Latifi.
Pretty good counter right there by Latifi as we come up on 3 minutes to go in this one.
Oh, he caught him with an uppercut there and a left hand.
And you see in Tyson Pedro, another young guy that doesn't throw everything crazy and hard like Gavin Tucker did earlier, and his cardio's holding up better. So he had 2 prospects tonight on his card, and one of them held up through the 3rd round. Obviously, he's not taking the damage that Tucker took too, but he doesn't just fight with emotion. It doesn't go crazy, and you see him fighting well in the 3rd round.
And he nailed him again with that low calf kick.
Smart by Latifi again, getting to wrestling positions. This is the one area that Tyson Pedro has not shown that he can compete with Ilir Latifi, is actually defending his takedowns. And once again, he takes him down.
And that is big for Ilir Latifi. And DC, you said this is a plus athlete who doesn't get enough credit for the athleticism that he brings to the table.
Oh yeah, because people see him and he's short. You know, he's not the biggest guy, but this kid is a fantastic athlete. He's a really good wrestler. And man, Ilir Latifi can do some crazy stuff in the gym. He'll be doing flips and stuff. The dude's insane, man. He's a great athlete.
Later tonight, don't miss a complete recap of all of tonight's action on the UFC 215 post-fight show. It's on FS2, immediately following our championship main event.
Well, there's the old expression, you lose nothing if you learn something.
Yeah.
And I think Tyson is getting a real lesson here tonight in the next level, and then also the most important aspect, I think, of MMA, and I'm sure you agree, wrestling.
Yeah, he's getting, because that's what's happening right now. On the feet, he's doing fantastic. He's fighting great. It's just he keeps getting taken down, and as we said earlier, Joe, the explosions aren't there as they were in the 1st round, so he's struggling to get back to his feet a little bit more as the fight's going on.
And I'm impressed with Latifi's gas tank.
Yeah.
Because guys built like him traditionally have a very shallow tank.
So much muscle.
Yeah, and he's still going hard deep in the 3rd round here.
Well, you mentioned at the outset the value of taking a year off to reset, and it certainly has worked out for Latifi thus far.
Yeah, and I think he's been working on his game as well. It's not just resting, but he's definitely improving.
The beauty of Latifi is that he's getting to fight where he's comfortable, though.
Yes.
He's been wrestling his whole life, so he's getting to fight where he's comfortable.
Oh.
Now Pedro's cut up.
And he's getting hit and he can't get back up. So he's being forced to absorb it. He knows his short time here. And he can't do anything about it now. His technique's kind of out the window. He's tired.
Well, about as clean an effort as we have seen from Ilir Latifi inside the octagon. He's been known for the quick finishes.
Oh.
But tonight, putting it all together, landed every takedown he attempted. And potentially could be handing Tyson Pedro his 1st career loss.
And this will be a big win for Latifi, huge, because he knows how much hype there is behind this kid, and deserved hype. And he proved it inside the octagon. I mean, it was a real tough fight, but a fight where I think Latifi got the victory.
All right, DC, let's take a look back at it. This fight replay is brought to you by Bud Light Living.
Ilir Latifi here getting the double leg. Once he got the hands locked behind the butt, he was able to lift Pedro, step across with his opposite leg, and take him down. Early in the fight, Pedro was building back up this time. High crotch shot, lift and elevate. Change the position, drop Pedro right on top of his neck and shoulders, his head. Right here. Boom! Big body kick by Tyson Pedro. That one hurt Latifi a little bit, but then he went right back to work. Tyson Pedro did a good job of landing those kicks on Ilir Latifi. Latifi did a good job of actually countering as he was getting kicked. And again, this is the fourth and final takedown in the third round, which I think secured the victory for Ilir Latifi. I could be wrong, John.
Well, we shall see. You're no judge.
It seems like he got the job done. I'm no judge, John. I'll judge you.
I know you will. I know you will. 20th pro MMA fight for Ilir Latifi. Trying to make it 4 wins in his last 5 and continue his ascent here in this light heavyweight division. Nice show of mutual respect there in the Pedro corner. The official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here now, the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Ilir the Sledgehammer Latifi.
I'm here with the winner, Ilir Latifi. First of all, Ilir, congratulations and welcome back. This is a big victory for you. It's a really young, hyped up, very promising contender. You used your wrestling and you shut him down. How good does it feel to be back in the win column?
Feels great. You know, I had a long break, over a year now, because of injuries and stuff. So it's very nice to be back. I felt a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning, but then I got in the fight.
It was your wrestling that really took over the control of this fight. Was that something you anticipated would be a big factor in this fight coming in?
You know, I seen Tyson fighting and he's very mixed, you know, the new kind of fighter, does little crazy kicks and stuff. So I had my wrestling as a backup plan, but I was prepared to go striking. But when I felt I was really comfortable, I took the distance where I needed it.
Well, congratulations on an excellent victory. Welcome back to the win column, and we look forward to seeing you again. Ilir Latifi, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to say thank you to my family, my mother, father, my brother, my team, All-Stars and American Top Team, and all my friends, and special thank to Sal and Conan, who always are there for me.
Congratulations.